Hello everyone, welcome back to the series, the End All series. This is the Bronze to Master series right here, where we go from Bronze 5 all the way to Masters, you know. We're going to be playing some areas today. Probably right behind solo, my least favorite position, support. Just because sometimes, you know, things just don't go your way. Nothing wrong with support. I just don't play it that much. But someone wanted to see some Ares, so I said, hey, that's probably the one support I will play for y'all, because he can actually do damage. He's not just a CCing bot like every other support in the game. You know, he can actually 1v1 the ADC in a lot of scenarios. But we're still going to be picking up Watchers. Please, for the love of God, if you saw the recommended build, do not buy Mark of the Vanguard, Hog, Wards, Multipots in that order. Don't do that, please. Buy Watcher's Gift. There is like, I would say probably 50% of the people in Bronze just go with the recommended build. Don't do that. The recommended build is so terrible. It's actually one of the worst starts you can do as support, in my opinion. Just because you can't get the same aggression as going 8 pots this way. But anyways, so I pick up Blink first. Ares is one of the only supports I'll pick up Blink first, just for level 5 ult. Especially since Neath doesn't have a CC immune ult. It's pretty much free kill. Level 5. If she comes anywhere near the wave. So, anyways, pulling the red buff here. Not going to be trolly like my my first support guide. Gonna give it over to the Giannis. Don't really need red buff. Ares does a lot of damage on his own. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the webcam video. You know, had someone requesting to see the gorgeous face of mine, so you know I thought I'd oblige him. It is pretty dimly lit in my room. Forgive my dirty room back here. I would have more lighting in here, but I'm pretty white. I don't want to blind you guys. That's just a little bit of light right there. You know, I don't want to burn the retinas. So, anyways, back to the game. Just getting some free damage on him right here. Level 1 Chainz really don't do that much damage, but since they're just kind of hanging around, Apollo just beating the mess out of that force. I don't know what she's doing. Still don't know what she's doing. You always want to be watching your health as support in this laning phase. The main thing is you just always want to be healthy. You want to be dealing poke, but at the same time you don't want to be getting low. You can already see the damage coming out just from level 2 Chainz. I only hit 1 chain right there, but it took a decent amount of his health away. Right here, I'm full everything. I could just dive into the wave, but really no reason to. Just trying to see what needs doing. Sure enough, she gets next to the wave. Back up so the mirror doesn't freeze it. Go back in. Start flaming. Right now, she is just not having a good time in this lane. And that's all you want to do. You want to, Ymir is actually a counter to Ares, just because he can freeze you out of the flame wave. So you have to be very, very careful when you're going to use your 3, because if you walk up to the wave just to 3 it, and Ymir's standing right there, he's going to freeze you, 2 you, and Neath on top of that will just absolutely wreck you, and you'll probably die. So, you just have to be very careful. Right here, they're sitting under tower. Don't wanna get too crazy. Just kind of hang around, see what they'll do. So I see that I'm full everything here, and I don't want the wave to come back anymore because we're all about denying goals right now. As you can see, we're already up to 600. A lot of that may be looks like we got first blood, so 300 of that's from first blood. But a lot of it's also from our lane because, as you can see, like a lot of the minions are going into the towers. So that's mainly what you want to do early in the duo lane. Don't focus so much on pushing, you know, just as much as denying the wave or denying gold by pushing into the tower. So right here, I tell Apollo to freeze the wave because I am a creeper 2 from level 5, and like I said, it's a free kill if they move up to the wave. I'm just kind of hiding out. They probably have vision on me because I'm so close to the wave. So I hit level 5, walk over here. I think they know what's about to happen. They're under tower, but I don't think they expect me to have blink this early. Not really sure. Anyways, walk up in here, get a free ult, walk away from the Ymir so he can't freeze me, kill the Neith, see he's about to freeze again, pat around the blind spot. Yeah, somehow he pops the Ymir up, even though it's ult. It's kind of weird anyway. But yeah, that's basically what you want to do as Ares. You are a, late game you're a beads popping machine, but early game, you just want to completely take advantage of the fact that they cannot come near the wave level 5 or they will die. So, keep the Ymir freeze right there. I missed my chain because I'm bad. I should have waited a little bit. It looks like the Willick saw me there. Like I said, if you're not being aggressive with Ares, especially around level 5, you're just absolutely playing him wrong. That's the one thing he's got going for him early game. Because he doesn't have to CC like everyone else. Right here, getting a lot of good damage on Isis. If Giannis is paying attention at all, we probably could have killed him, but no big deal. Quan comes over and blows everything on me. I was kind of hoping Giannis would ult me, like, right there, a little bit sooner. He actually could have ulted at all, any direction, and I probably would have lived there, but more so, it's probably my fault. For being out that far. You know, Guan Yu was missing from the solo lane, so I should have been paying more attention, honestly, but you can't really, that'll happen a lot of times in these games, and you can say, oh Giannis, you should have portaled me out, man, you should have ulted, you should have done anything, which honestly he should have, but this is bronze we're talking about, so you honestly shouldn't expect anything from your teammates. Expecting things from your teammates is like expecting the sun to come up at 2 a.m. in the morning. It's just not going to happen most of the time. Sometimes they might do something helpful, but you definitely shouldn't hold a grudge against them, especially in these types of games, because a lot of them are new players, so no big deal. So I'm just coming back over here. You want to be hitting tab a lot to see if people have beads and whatnot. Here, Neith face checks the jungle. Get a lot of damage on her. She beads because she sees her health slowly depleting. Try to pop the ult and go ahead and get the kill. Right here, Wilkes is out of mana. Ymir's really the only threat right here, so I'm kind of juking, trying to juke his freeze. He walls. I blink. He freezes. He misses. Get juked, son. Get juked. So anyways, we're going a little aggressive here. Nothing really to worry about. Neith died. Willock's back. Ymir's really the only threat right here. Decided to go ahead and get a little aggressive here. Waves don't hurt too much at this point. Apollo going full aggro here. Picking up the kill. Nice job. Probably should have ulted right here. You know, seeing the Willock's on the ward. Should have insta-ulted. Tries to do some crazy jukery for a little bit. And that will lead to his death. Very sad, man. I will miss you, Apollo.
An ally has been slain.
I will miss you. But no big deal. We're up 1,200 right now. It's 4-4. Not really. Doesn't really matter how many kills we have. It's more or less the gold. We're pretty much up a gold fury right now, which is really nice. So I see them tower diving this full and left. So I say, you know what? Y'all go ahead and do that. Y'all want to tower dive at 7 minutes and 20 seconds in the solo lane. By all means, go for it. I'm going to go for these mid harpies. So, actually turns out to be very not worth it. Because if only the Hercules died, then maybe it was worth it. Probably not really because they blew a lot. But then the Giannis died on top of it, so it actually made it not worth at all. Because now we're only up 800. Yeah. So those are things to pay attention to. You can actually see, you know, the impact the plays have on the game as a whole. If you're looking at the gold count is the main thing you want to check. You could also check XP, which is another big thing to check. But yeah, I mean, you can see the actions people have. Like they can say, "Oh, well, we got the kill," which they will say all the time in bronze games. But absolutely not at all. When for some reason, Mr. Ymir is thinking he can walk in here, thinking he's a boss. And, so, you know, Do a little bit of poke there.
Be right back.
But you always want to be comparing what's worth, you know? Like, you go in and you get someone's beads, you know, for some play you did, and you didn't lose any farm or whatsoever. Well, that would be considered worth because you got, like, their active. But if you stick around and miss a bunch of farm, you know, then, I don't know, it's hard to explain, I guess. You can kind of get a feel for it the more you play, but
Attack middle lane.
a good rule of thumb is always looking at the gold count right after, because that'll kind of tell you what it's really worth or not. So coming in here, trying to save my Giannis, you know, throwing out some Chainz. I see that Ice is going to die, so I just turn my attention to Willix. Because Chainz do hurt quite a bit. Don't know why the Willix was sitting there trying to auto-attack me. Once I had Chainz on her, she can't do her too, so. But Giannis, being the slippery guy that he is, you know, he gets out, throws the ult down. So I decided to push this wave. Isis is dead, so any experience that I can make her miss is 100% worth it. Paula chilling over here, you know, 1v2ing like a boss. My man. See if this purple buff's up. Set a ward high. That's over here. So's Giannis. Don't know why they opted to dive the tower right here. Free purple. And we didn't have vision on the Willix. Shows up right there. I'll be seeing ya. I don't know. I don't know what to say sometimes when I see these things. You don't want to get baited into following up on this stuff that's just not going to work out. Right here, if you will, it's just going full aggro on me.
Rampage.
Sad day. Sad day. In case you didn't know, Willix actually has really long auto attacks. I was trying to hide behind the minions right there, and I thought I was good, but I think if it was any other jungler, I probably would have been good. But like I said, she has auto attacks that are a little bit longer, so instead of turning around, should have just kept running. Would have been fine, probably, more than likely. All of her skills were on cooldown. But turn around, catch a spear to the face. So. Let's see here. So, Giannis is dead for 15 seconds. There's no way he's going to pick up this red since Bastet decided to drop it. Decided to pick it up. I think I have top damage right now anyways, so I can definitely make some use out of it. So right here, Bastet's going over to the purple buff. Probably should have came mid, since the mid wave is pushing. And that's pretty much your job as jungler, is to hold mid and then let stuff heal. But again, we're in the elites, right? We playing with the most adept players, right? They're on another level of thinking. They're thinking, oh, but if I calculate this gold I get from this back, oh, it's totally worth it. Anyways, in case you didn't notice, Tim's trying to do the gold fury. Didn't have vision whatsoever. Don't know if that was the best call.
A new threshold.
I think we ended up getting it right there, but probably wouldn't have called that myself. I mean, we lost 2 of them. Once you start losing 2 to 3 people, it really becomes not worth anymore. Because watch what's going to happen here. They're going to completely force down this mid tower. There's really not a lot I can do here. It's just an unfortunate situation because they got kind of greedy. But anyways, we're trying to make it work. Getting a lot of free damage off on the Shamir right here. See the team's right there. Don't want to get hungry here, you know. I got free poke. Perk's going ham, you know, like he does. So I decided to blink in here, you know, get some chains on this Willix. He can't get away if I've got a chain. I could have ulted, probably would have beads. So I'm taking that a little bit for the Hercules while he's just going ham. Then I just back up, reset it to him. And yeah, so they went from killing 2, I think it was only 2, but maybe 3. I think it was just 2. of us and getting the mid tower, which was really good for them, in my opinion. Almost even trade for the Gold Fury, to staying way too long, waiting for us to come back up, and then we kill three of them, and we get both mid towers. So
Nice job.
very, very bad play on their part. They almost made up for that until that happened.
Retreat.
But like I said, back and forth. That's how these games go a lot of times. You know, your team will make some risky call. Like, we didn't have any vision of the Gold Fury. If we had a Sentry Ward, I'd be like, yeah, cool. Let's sneak it. Let's go for it. Normally, wouldn't do that. Or maybe if we saw, like, you know, 2 people in left or something like that.
Retreat.
See a ward drop there. Tell Paul to get back, because I really don't feel like dying right now. But as you can see, total of 0 wards on the map right now. You know, what else can you expect from the bronzers? No big deal though. I'll pick some up. So I got top damage here. You really should have top damage if you're playing Ares right. If you're any good at hitting chains whatsoever, you're going to have top damage, because Ares, it's like a absolute train. Especially if you level the way I am right now. If you noticed early, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I even skill skipped level 5. I put 3 points in the chain, 1 in the 3, and then 1 in the ult, because Chainz is the main bulk of your damage. So, yeah, you want to just max out as soon as you can.
An ally has been slain.
If you're bad at hitting chains, probably shouldn't be playing Ares in the first place, but if you're bad at hitting chains, you could always put the point in the 3. But you really don't want to be leveling up your 2. It gives you CC reduction to your teammates and gives them protections. But early game, it's not that big of a deal as getting your damage off, because that's your main objective, is to get your damage off early. You still do a lot of damage late too, but early is when you want to abuse it the most. So I see Apollo over here. You know, he's getting ganked. I probably should have had some wards up for him, but mid was getting pushed, so what can you do? Probably would have been good for him to ward anyways. You know, being the ADC, you're not immune to warding.
An ally has been slain.
You know, you should be warding just as much as everyone else, if not more, because you will be your primary focus, I'd say, for the enemy jungler. If you can camp the ADC on the other team as a jungler and get them behind, then a lot of times the momentum that your ADC can get off of that, like if your ADC gets ahead of their ADC, that's actually really beneficial, because ADC, in my opinion, is like one of the hardest positions to play behind as. I mean, I played a ranked game on my main earlier, and I think I did okay. I had a really good support, but I didn't do amazing. I was kind of on par. I did like 24k, you know, even with my team. And the other ADC did like 6k damage, which is, I don't even know. It was a 30-minute game, so it's really hard to play from behind when you're the ADC. You can't really farm. If you go near the other ADC, it's gonna wreck your life. So that's probably the main reason at level 5 that you see a lot of mid and jungle lane ganks to the duo lane, just because it's so impactful. Ice here, you know, donate me your life. You know, I'm not gonna complain. Much appreciated. Getting some free damage off here. I know she probably has beads. I was checking it right there. No big deal. I get him popped, so next time I see her, I can, you know, give her the chain. I see that Ymir chasing right here. Really not that hard to kite Ymir. Ymir does counter Ares. Like I said, it is not hard at all. I don't know why he's chasing me right here. This is the thirstiest support I've ever seen in my life. Get a portal. Try to taunt and go through it. Of course, my Giannis Focus comes through. No big deal. We're probably going to pick up the kill here anyways. Try to chain the Willis there because she can't use her 1 or her 2 when you get chains on them. But I miss, of course, because I'm bad. Want to start getting out here. I can't really contribute anything. I was trying to go right because I see Apollo sieging down the right tower, but he's got ult, and I really can't contribute anything, so I just sat it back.
Now I'm ready for battle.
In case you didn't know, Ares' passive gives him,
An ally has been slain.
I think, what is it, 30? It's like 30 power or something per ore item. So, you know, the standard build, Sovereignty into Heartward, it's always strong. You know, because you're getting your core items as support, but you're also getting the power bonus from your ore items. So that's always nice. So right there, I was kind of thinking of what else I should go. I really want to pick up another physical ore item, since I have 3 physical, and I'd say Willix is probably doing the best on their team right now. So I'm really not worried about anyone else too much. Not worried about the Ymir at all. Isis hadn't really done anything to me. But I really didn't want to, the only physical ore item I wanted to pick up there was Mystic Mail. Right here, real quick. A lot of action going down. Put myself in a really bad position. Don't recommend doing that. Don't walk into 4 people. Just picked up 2/2 Voidstone though. Decided to go a little ham. Team comes and completely shreks theirs, but that had nothing to do with me. I was honestly was in a very, very bad position. And here I just completely solo down the needs and then all of this last hit. But yeah, don't do that. You know, if your team's on gold, you don't need to be diving 1v4. But no, like I was saying, so I was thinking about going Mystic Mail because, like I said, that's the only other physical item. I could have got Witchblade. I really don't like using Witchblade that much though. They don't have more than one auto attack character. I just don't think it's that good anymore. You got a speed nerf from it. But if you go Mystic Mail, you can go Mystic Mail, but I'd say do it like second item. Like instead of getting Sovereignty, if you want to be like really, really aggressive, you can pick it up and then go into like Heartward Sovereignty after. But Mystic Mail kind of starts to fall off later on in the game, so that's why I didn't pick it up there. And I opted to go into Voidstone because at the same time, it's not only giving you protections, but it's also the main reason I picked it up because it was giving you more damage, right? So it reduces their protections, gives you damage, and then also procs your passive, which gives you.
No one can handle this.
I believe it's 30. I was trying to see. It just went from 135 to 175. I'm pretty sure it's 30. Don't quote me. But anyways, like I said, I just wanted to be more aggressive, so that's why I picked up the Voidstone. So, in the Mayhem, we picked up 2 of the Phoenixes. We were up. What's that, 9k? Who bets 9k? Bad at math. Yeah, pretty much running off with this game. Ares does a lot of damage, you know. You don't have to be amazing with Ares. I think I'm like rank 1 Ares on this account because I mean it's close to what I play in my main too, just because I don't play him that much. But as long as you have good positioning. Alright, other than a few times when I have really bad positioning. I mean, it's really not that hard to do a lot of damage as Ares. And when you're dishing out, you know, 20, 30k player damage as a support, it'll really show up in the team fights. So I was looking for Apollo. Apollo went left. No way he could get that purple buff. Didn't want purple buff. Purple buff literally does nothing for me except for the 1 to 2 sword auto attacks I'll get in between my chains. But no big deal. I'll pick it up. You never know. So I see Guan over here. You know, Horse's ultimate. Just my chain.
Hold this.
So we're chasing here a little bit. No need to be on the defensive. We're up a nice amount. We probably should start backing up here. especially since the Bastet just got obliterated, but me being the thirsty support I am, decided to try to get this kill. And it ultimately leads to my demise, you know, getting a little too thirsty. But, if the game was any bit closer, oh no, oh watch this. One, 2P's in, what do? Nothing. They stay on the gold, on the fire giant. That is the worst thing you could do at this point in the game. When someone TP's in to the objective, you completely ignore the person and just try to DPS it down. It's the worst thing you can do. Honestly, like if I hadn't dove there, you know, with the Bastet, I probably could have helped them. I wouldn't have been able to DPS it really that much, the fire giant, but I don't know. I would have went for the Guan, and maybe that would have persuaded them to go for him a little bit more.
Protect me from those
But
worthy of combat.
really unfortunate. You know, games can be easily thrown when it comes late games, like objectives like that. Because we were, like I said, like 9k ahead. We're still kind of close to that. But then they got fire giant. And their Phoenix is respawning, you know, that means they can defend now if they're smart. So, you don't want to get greedy at this point in the game. When you have this much of a lead, you need to center your efforts around the objective. So they were doing the right thing, my team was, you know, Herc and Apollo were on fire. The way they handled it wasn't so great. They should have just immediately killed Guan, because Guan's not going to be able to DPS the fire giant from a quarter HP or whatever it was at. Before you kill him. But like I said, that's also partially my fault for not being there, because I was dead. Like a scrub. So here, I see that they're on that tower pretty well. So coming over here again. Man, I was just going full aggro this game. Missed my chain. Probably meant I was dead right there. But my beautiful Hercules comes over, you know, gives me a little of an assist. Somebody takes the nuke ult on the chest unintentionally. You know, I'm not going to complain about it. But so they have fire right here, so they got both the towers and left somehow. Like, even though they had fire giant and they could have defended, somehow we got those towers. I don't know how that happened. But, like I said, I'm not going to complain. As soon as we got those, honestly, if I was them, I would have let me die. I was like, hey man, you're out of luck. We got the towers. We're gonna get out of here. Which is, I mean, it's fine. You know, that's totally a worth trade when they have FG. If we can get some pressure in left lane and we get 2 towers, you know, just for me dying.
Your right tower is under attack.
So right here, they're gonna do a little bit of trade. They're gonna get our tier 1 tower on the right. Not that big of a deal.
Your right tower,
you know, since they have fire, they honestly could take a lot more. I don't know why they didn't group up and take a lot more, but
your right tower is under attack.
Like I said, we got fortunate. Don't know what this Ymir is doing. This Ymir just runs up for no reason.
An enemy has been slain.
I don't even know what to say about that. Giannis gets a nice ult. Hits the ISIS in the face. Decided to blink in here. Pop some beads. Pop some ults. And, yeah. We're on cleanup crew, basically.
Killing spree.
Nita's the only one alive right now. So, very rare in a bronze game that everyone has the same idea. We're all pushing mid. This is amazing. This is probably the first time in bronze history that I have seen such a uniform team effort at the same time. Just everyone. Oh my goodness. Speechless. But anyways, going for the mid Phoenix here. Don't know what we'll do after. Right now I'm just trying to zone a little bit. Get the beads for free. You know, always worth it. They're trying to end here, which realistically we can't. So I try to get them to come over here for the left Phoenix. If you look at the respawn timers, ISIS just came up, or Willix just came up, Bonya's got 4 seconds. We'd probably die if we stayed on the Titan. So, just trying to get him to come off. Herc, chilling around. very bad position. But I know he's got his 3 ticking, so I said, hey, I think I can get him some extra time here if I just kind of zone a little bit for him. I'm full health. I know he'll actually regen a lot of that. I think it's something crazy like 90% HP regen. Right here. Very unfortunate. We could have all used the Giannis ult to get out. But for whatever reason, we didn't. I saw an opportunity, I said, hey, I haven't gotten attacked yet. I'm going to go ahead and blink out. Sorry, team. I wish you the best of luck. I'm going to go ahead and back. Because at this point, since we got a little bit of greedy here, if one of them dies, like say the Bastet, or the Herc, or the Giannis, and then I die on top of that, well then that's 3 people down, and it leaves just Giannis and Hercules. If I would have stayed for that Bastet and she wouldn't have gotten out, there'd be no way we could defend. They could get our Phoenix, they could probably get this tower and the Phoenix on top of that. So, it's a little bit selfish of me, but I decided it was actually more beneficial there. Because honestly, we should have been able to get out with the Giannis ult, and if they just want to stick around and fight, it's not the best call. Like I said, you can't get baited into bad fights like that. You know, sometimes you just gotta say, hey, the better thing is to get out and move. So Giannis coming in, gets a nice ult. Ymir charging up the ult, decides to focus him. I don't think he actually got his ult off there because I think he, I don't know if it was me or someone else, but we killed him right before it popped. You never want to race on the objectives, right? You never, if someone's there, you don't want to just try to race them to see who can last hit it because it's a 50-50 chance. If you come in and y'all have, you know, more HP, more everything, then you need to just fight because the fight's going to go in your favor. Especially if the objectives is all on their team. But anyways, that's I think that just about covers it. Not a fantastic game as Ares, you know. Had bad positioning a lot of times. You know, you're pretty immobile. If you can hit your chains, you don't have to worry about it so much. You know, I had pretty good positioning early and later. I just kind of, you know, honestly, I was just having a little bit of fun. Get a little bored of support sometimes. But your main job is to do damage. If you're not doing damage as Ares, you're failing. You're failing your team. You know, don't ever be like, oh, I've got top damage. What have you done lately? You know, if you're bantering with your team back and forth, because you are supposed to have a decent amount of damage. Ares, I've actually gotten soloed from Ares as like Scylla and other people later in the game. Ares really hurts. If he triple chains you into his 3 and you don't have beads or anything, yeah, it's gonna hurt. So we're checking the damage here. Dropped almost 24k in a 30-minute game. Not too bad, you know. Did more than anyone on their team. Only person on my team who did more than me was Giannis. So I'd say I did my job. My poor Ymir did 3k. Just, oh man. I don't know what to say about that. Don't even know what to say about that. His team had evaded him. But yeah. Like I said, I think that about sums it up. And let me know what you